I'm Chuck Elder from Anser Decoys. We thought we'd shoot this little video to give you a little bit of a background about our company and how we got started and what our theory is behind doing business. In 2011-2012 timeframe, I had an idea for a better decoy. I'd been outfitting for almost 20 years and used a lot of different products on the market, and I had a lot of failure with the products, and quite frankly got tired of buying products every year as a replacement. Because quite frankly it took away from the bottom line of my outfitting business. And I had some ideas, so I started tinkering in my garage, started prototyping. I also had an idea along the line of products for a windsock that would ride sideways in the wind, and started really working that prototyping up. But as I moved forward with everything and realized I had something to offer, I realized that there was a whole lot more to launching a company than what I thought. So I needed to find somebody for a partner, somebody with a different skill set than mine. I wanted to be able to do the design work and a lot of the marketing, but I needed help in some other aspects. So I thought back in my history of people that I'd worked with, and I knew just the guy to call.
I'm Jim with Anser Decoys. Back in early 2012, Chuck called me and asked me to stop at his house on my way home from work. I was serving on active duty, but living in the Western Pennsylvania region. And so on my way home, I stopped to see Chuck. He showed me some information. He showed me this idea he had for a sideways decoy. And he showed me some things about what he thought a marketing plan would look like if we were to try and sell this. Well, my background is more than just the Army. Despite serving 30 years, I got into business while I was still wearing a uniform, got my MBA, went to a small business sponsored university, and focused on entrepreneurship. So I told Chuck at that time, let me take this information and really look at it. And about 4 weeks later, I stopped back and handed Chuck a packet of a marketing plan and a market analysis of exactly what we thought we could do with this company if we move forward. And his comment was, where did you get all this? But really, when you think back about what we did in the Army, that was really the start of it. Chuck and I served on an infantry battalion staff. I had transferred into that infantry unit from an armor unit and assumed the role of operations officer, and Chuck was serving in the logistics role. But while we worked together, we worked so well that during briefings, we would actually finish each other's sentences. And the relationship started there. I was not a waterfowl hunter when I served in the infantry initially, until Chuck called me and said, hey, I'm coming early on TDY. We got birds in the field and you need to try this. So he took me out on what I called the snipe hunt, because I really thought he was pulling my leg. And ever since then, to me, it's been more about waterfowl hunting than hunting anything else. And it's been a great trip. So we got the company together in 2013, formed it, went through all of the paperwork and establishing corporate resolutions and going through that process, which was my skill set, while Chuck continued to develop the product, worked with producers, got the things where we needed to go, and at that point we launched in late 2013.